Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace. The main villain from the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie is one of the most memorable and iconic villains in Power Rangers history. Now, due to the movie not being considered canon, but existing within its own universe, fans have often campaigned for him to be introduced as a villain within the show, which in my opinion would be awesome. Now, in today's video I will be covering his full story and trying to figure out if there's a possibility of him ever making a return. Let's get into it. Before we start, guys, I want to put out a gentle reminder to consider subscribing to the 6th Ranger. Looking at our analytics, only 19% of the audience have actually subbed. As we are so close to 100,000 subscribers, it would mean so much to me if you would hit that big red button. It's of course free and helps me out a lot. Thanks, guys. So like I said, Ivan Ooze was an intergalactic tyrant that served as the main antagonist for the 1995 Power Rangers movie. According to Zordon, Ooze once ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror. He remained in control until he was eventually defeated and imprisoned in a hyperlocked chamber by Zordon, Dulcia and the Order of the Meridian, who were presumably the precursors to the Power Rangers as we know them. Before he was beaten, he had ruled the world not only through his own power, but by using his foot soldiers, which were known as Ooze Men, and constructs similar to Zords. Despite being trapped, Ivan was aware of what was going on outside of his prison. He would later complain about having missed the Black Plague, the Spanish Inquisition, and the Brady Bunch reunion. So how is it that Ivan Ooze was released upon the world again in the 1990s, 6,000 years after his initial imprisonment? Well, it's simply through a construction crew in Angel Grove. During construction, they come across the hyperlock chamber and reveal it once more. Zordon realizes this and tries to send the Rangers to hide it again, this time permanently. However, Earth's current villains, Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, get there first, seeing it as an opportunity to recruit one of the most powerful evildoers of all time to help them finally defeat Zordon and the Rangers. So they release him. Due to Ivan Ooze's straight hatred for Zordon, he agrees to help them, as he doesn't see it as a job, but more of a mission of revenge. Revenge for being locked away for 6,000 years. It doesn't take long for Ooze to breach the command center security and destroy it. In the process, he damages Alpha and destroys Zordon's time warp, which causes Zordon to age rapidly. Only the Rangers can now save Zordon and stop this new evil villain from taking over the world for a second time. However, because of the command center being destroyed, the Rangers have also lost their powers, meaning they need to find a new source of power. It of course didn't take long before Ooze decides that he needs to rid the world of Rita and Zed, as of course there is only enough room for one evil ruler, so he places them in a snow globe to stop them interfering. Their henchmen Goldar and Mordant swear allegiance to Ivan rather than join Rita and Zed in captivity. The next stage of his plan is then to brainwash all of the parents of Angel Grove to force them to dig up the parts of his ectomorphicons, large insect-like machines that are very similar to Zords. Once the ectomorphicons are completed, he sends them to destroy the city, whilst ordering the parents to leap to their doom at the construction site. Ivan then spends his time in the observatory with Goldar, watching the destruction his machines wrought on the city. Of course, the Rangers then go in search for their new powers, where they meet Dulcia. She initially tells them to leave for their own safety, but after hearing of Zordon's plight, she agrees to help them and takes them to an ancient ruined temple where the Rangers will have to overcome obstacles to acquire the power of the Ninjetti. Dulcia awakens each of the Rangers' animal spirit. Aisha is a bear, Rocky an ape, Billy a wolf, Kimberly a crane, and Adam a frog. Then finally Tommy is the falcon. Upon being asked if she could join them, Dulcia informs the Rangers that she would begin to age as rapidly as Zordon is at the moment she steps beyond the temple. She then shapeshifts into an owl to preserve her age. The Rangers make their way to the monolith housing the Great Power, using their wits to defeat the live fossilized dinosaur skeleton, and then the temple's stone gargoyle guardians, and retrieve the Great Power, restoring their suits. They then return to Angel Grove and battle Ivan Ooze's machines with their new ninja Zords. Using these Zords, they are able to destroy Scorpitron. Ivan is then forced to join with the Hornitor and take on the Rangers himself. The battle progresses into outer space, and though Ivan consistently has the upper hand, he is eventually destroyed when the Ninja Falcon Megazord kicks him into the path of Ryan's Comet, which obliterates Ivan Ooze on impact. And that is how Ivan Ooze met his demise. So, is there a possibility of him returning? Well, no. Not as the Ooze we all know. He is very much gone. But if you know Power Rangers, you know that nothing is impossible. They brought Zed back in Dino Fury, so I do not see any reason why a villain, perhaps in Cosmic Fury, could use a time machine to go back 6,000 years or so to when Ooze was first at the height of his power and bring him back to the modern day. Seems like a plausible Power Rangers storyline to me. Now obviously, as the Ooze we know is from a separate canonical universe, it wouldn't technically be the same character, but it can certainly be the main universe's version of him. If I'm honest, out of all the villains we have seen over the last 30 years of Power Rangers stories, through TV shows, movies and comic books, I think, outside of probably Lord Draken, Ivan Ooze is the character I would like to see on screen more than anyone else. He was different, he was funny, and to be honest, quite menacing. Let's hope that there is a chance that he will appear again in the near future. Before we go guys, I would like to tell you about today's sponsor. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for you to build your brand and grow your business online. It can be used to create stunning websites and personalize it for your own needs. Engage with your audience, sell your products, your content, or even your time. The possibilities are limited only by your imagination. It's so easy to use. You can use the custom templates to get started with your site and customize it then to fit your requirements. You can even browse different categories to find the ideal starting point. If you're like me and you're a video content creator, it's an easy way to host content. You can embed videos from third-party hosts directly to your site, or you can upload your video library to Squarespace and even sell access to your content. Finally, and this one is always very important to me, the analytics tools are priceless. Being able to learn where your site visits and sales are coming from and analyze which channels are most effective. Improve your website and build a marketing strategy based on your top keywords or most popular products and content. So valuable and again, so easy to use. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/the Sixth Ranger for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code the Sixth Ranger. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. And that is it from me today, my friends. A quick reminder to hit that subscribe button so we can pass the 100,000 subscriber mark. Oh, and of course, don't forget to check out my brand new channel, Federation Outpost 111, for similar content to what I do here, but all about Star Trek. If you're a Trekker or a Trekkie, you will love it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. May the power protect you, and I will see you next time on the Sixth Ranger.